Good day, everyone. Chris Brown, certified peer recovery coach, here again with Scott. Situations. Hey, Scott, what's going on today?
I think we got to learn how to live for today.
And how we gonna do that?
You know, I found it really easy to stay clean, sober, by living in the moment. Living for today, living life to its fullest, never letting any opportunities pass you by, and being able to deal with life on life's terms.
Man, you got any knowledge for us today?
Life on life's terms. Life comes at you no matter whether you're clean and sober or you're drunk and high. The only difference is when you're drunk and high, all you do is mask your feelings with the dope and the alcohol. Today I can handle life on life's terms with a clear head and a clear conscience. Is it always easy? Absolutely not. Life can throw some awful curveballs at you. For most of you out there in the world that don't know, my wife passed away on August 23rd.
I'm sorry to hear that, Scott.
She was the love of my life. I could have went out and chose to use and get drunk, but I chose to go to a meeting and call my sponsor and do the next right thing, because being drunk and high wouldn't do any justice for her passing. So to honor her memory, I chose to stay clean and sober.
Oh, wow. So as we move forward today, how your schedule look?
Well, you know, today I've got a pretty easy schedule. I did a AA class this morning and
Wow.
talked to 12 gentlemen in there for an hour. Then I got to work with another gentleman here at the TriCap, help him get some glasses so that he can see the boards when he's in the classroom, so he actually knows what he's working on. You know, sometimes that sight helps.
Oh, when he squinches his eyes, I'm like, I can't see nothing.
I got bifocals and I still have a hard time seeing.
Right,
so
right.
I get it.
Again, for the viewers, you know, you say the subject was what again?
Life on life's terms.
Life on life's terms. Now, what's the definition, your definition of that?
Being able to deal with anything that life throws at you without having to use drugs or alcohol to mask it.
Oh, wow. Wow, and that's very powerful because even with the classes, I would say my Sunday classes, we was dealing with people coming out of addiction. We got a lot of new people here,
Right.
from the women to the men.
Right.
And a lot of them dealing with that situation of not using now that they are here in the program. So, you know, what's some
Right,
tips
for
that
a lot
you
of
can
those
give them?
people, this is their first opportunity to actually
Right.
be clean.
Right.
So what I'm trying to do is give them the tools and guidance that they need so that they could stay clean once they leave here.
Right. Right.
Today I have 3 years, 11 months, and 25 days without any mind-altering substances in
Okay,
my body.
then. That's a good
And,
thing.
so yeah, 5 days I get to celebrate 4 years.
It feel good, don't it?
It feels awesome. Life gets
Awesome.
better every single day. I don't put drugs and alcohol in my body.
What are some of the things you do when you do get them cravings or the urges?
Well, when you get a craving or an urge, first thing I do is I call my sponsor.
Okay.
And next thing he'll tell me to do is write about it. And then the next thing after that, I'll probably hit a meeting with one of my other good recovery coach friends here at TriCap.
Okay, that sounds good.
You know, because there's tools in your toolbox. You're given the tools
Right.
when you start the program. You got to learn how to use the tools that you're given.
Okay. Now, you said your sponsor. Besides your sponsor, how do your support team look right now?
I have a great support team. We're just talking about my wife passing away.
Right.
And the day that she died, I went to a meeting at 9 o'clock. I called my best friend at 8:30. He met me at the meeting. Called my sponsor at 10 o'clock when I got done with the meeting. And we stayed up till 2 o'clock in the morning. And the next day, about 5 of my best friends in the recovery process and program came over and sat with me all day to make sure that I didn't do something I shouldn't do. That's what we do. We're here to support each other.
Right.
Because what we can't do by ourselves, we can do together.
Okay. Now, how that made you feel with your team now with you like that?
It was awesome.
Awesome,
I
man.
felt blessed
Blessed.
because I have such a great support group. All my friends and family all know what I'm doing and what I'm trying to do with my life. Everybody supports me that way also. So life just gets better.
Okay. Coming out of addiction, do you say for the person that's in recovery as they move forward with treatment and recovery that a support team, a reliable and strong support team is very helpful for the individual?
Absolutely. I think that one of the first things somebody should do when they get out of a program such as TRICAP is to get into a home group. So they get to know you, you get to know them, and you could share your experiences, strengths, and hopes with the newcomers so that they can help stay clean. Most of the time when you get into a home group, excuse me, they'll give you a list of phone numbers. All the girls get all the girls' phone numbers, all the guys get all the guys' phone numbers.
Right.
And that way when you get that urge, I'll say it just like I used to tell everybody in my recovery program. If you could call that dope man 100 times in 30 minutes to try and get your stuff on Friday night, when you get that urge, call the people in your home group.
Okay.
Same way you call the dope dealer. Call till somebody answers. Somebody's going to be on the other end of that phone. Go meet up for a cup of coffee. Sit for a couple hours. That urge will go away.
Right. Now you all hear that to the viewers out there. You hear what he said? Because the urges will come, the cravings will come. It's how we deal with them when they come. Not just yelling to them and using, but going through the proper channels and the proper using the proper tools to resist them urges. And we got a guy who's been dealing with this for years, and now he's on this side. I'm on this side with him. And what I mean by that, we on the good side of recovery.
Absolutely.
We are not out there in active addiction anymore, and it's a beautiful thing. It feels good to have a clear mind, skin and facing lighten up. Our skin and got clear, so we just loving life. So what else do you got for the viewers out there, Scott?
Well, you know, the other thing I think that's really important in recovery is to get spiritually grounded.
Oh, wow.
I call my higher power God.
Right.
I don't want to offend anybody out there because I know there's lots of different religions around the world. But I don't care who you call your higher power. But you need to get spiritually centered, because when you get spiritually centered, your life becomes blessed. Opens
Right.
doors that you never thought would open for you. Opportunities happen on a daily basis.
Right.
People just seem to be kind to you because I'm kind back. That's the other thing that recovery gives me. I no longer have to be in survival mode.
Right.
I can spread love and kindness, and that's what my higher power has taught me over my lifetime. 'Cause that's all he wants from us. Love thy neighbor. Be kind.
Right.
Be humble.
Right.
Give back when you can. It's always great to give back. One of the things we shared about this morning was being of service to others. And the greatest feeling I ever got in my life was when I got to spend time with my dad. He started Habitat for Humanity with President Carter in 1976. And over the course of our lifetime, I did 17 houses with my father on Habitat for Humanity, and I did 128 brushes with kindness.
Okay.
And so being of service to others without expecting anything in return
Right.
is the greatest gift God ever gave me.
Oh, wow. And you continue to do that today, right?
Absolutely.
And you continue to do it in this field,
Yes.
helping those that's coming out of active addiction.
Helping others that are looking for a hand that are just not sure where to turn to get it.
Right.
You know, so that's what I'm trying to do, is fill their toolbox before they leave, so they know what they got to do when they get on the outside.
Right. Do you agree that a lot of people believe that when they end up in places like jail, prison, or even like a TRICAP, a treatment like facility, even rehab, that they feel like all hope is gone? What do you got for them to say to those who feel that way?
You got to reverse that decision.
Right.
Because we're given an opportunity here. You don't look at the negative side of it. Start looking at the positive side of things.
Right.
Because whenever you think about the negative things happen. When you think about positive things happen. So it's just a mindset. It's the way we think of it. life comes down to choices.
You're right.
You're given, like for an addict or an alcoholic, you have the
Mhm.
choice. Either stay clean or get drunk. Stay sober, or I should say that backwards. Stay sober or get drunk, stay clean or use drugs.
Right, right.
And they all come with consequences. Today, I'm able to think about my consequences for a take action, which is an awesome thing that recovery has given me.
Right.
I no longer have to fly by the seat of my pants, go along with the crowd, just to be cool or fit in, because today being cool is being clean.
You're right. And you know what? I didn't realize how cool that could be.
Absolutely.
I didn't think I can go to a barbecue unless I was under the influence of alcohol or marijuana. I didn't think I can go to a family gathering unless I was under the influence of some type of substance.
Yeah, now my NA group that I go to, we have summer campouts that last 2 weeks long.
Right.
It's awesome. I have more fun being clean and sober than I ever did when I was drunk and high.
You think that was going to ever happen?
And the best part is, I still got money left. It's the biggest payday I ever gave myself.
And with that, you say, do you get a lot of people ask you how that you do it? How are you doing it? How are you staying clean and sober?
I live in the day, live in the moment,
Live in the
one
moment.
day at a time. And if
Okay.
one day at a time's too much, live an hour at a time. Live
Right,
2 hours at
right.
a time, till you get to 4 hours at a time.
Right.
You know, and then once you get a day in, just do the same thing tomorrow that you did today.
Right.
And if clean time seems to be working for you, put a little more clean time on it. It'll get even better.
Okay. Can I ask you this then, Scott? What led you to be an employee here at TriCamp?
Actually, I was offered an opportunity here from one of the other fellow resident advisors here, and so I came in and interviewed for it, and I got the position. And it's probably the best thing I ever did in my life, because what I was going through at the time when I came here,
Right.
I didn't know what kind of life I was going to have, and because I thought my world had been completely turned upside down.
Okay.
And so TriCap saved my life.
Okay. When you say save your life, what do you mean? Can you elaborate on that a little
Sure.
more?
I could have went out and used drugs and alcohol and not been here anymore.
Right.
And that's exactly where my life would have went if I wouldn't have went to my groups.
Right.
Wouldn't have came here to work for TriCap.
Right.
Wouldn't have been able to give my experiences, strength, and hopes to people who still need it.
Right. And I say, man, they've been a blessing to me also. I love interacting with others, here sharing my experience with them, helping them brainstorm to come up with solutions for their own lives.
Exactly.
And because when I help them and assist them, it also helps me, myself. It helps motivates me to move forward through the
And
day.
I've used that same scenario. They think I'm helping here to help them. They
Right.
help me just as much as I help them.
Right.
Because what they share with me gets me out of my own thinking, which was horrible for a time.
Right.
And I've since come through that, though. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Life's been getting better every day.
Right. Yeah, I see
it's
you
still-
doing well.
It's still hard to do live life without my significant other.
Right.
And what's life supposed to look like after that? I leave that in God's hands.
Yeah, God give you the strength, right?
Yeah.
To continue moving forward.
And then when it's time, he'll put somebody right in my path, and I'll know it's right time for that too.
Okay. Another thing I had to ask you, Scott. I know that you came when you got employed at TriCamp. You got employed as a resident aide. But how did it come about you leaving from the position of being a residential aide to becoming a recovery coach?
Actually, it was sort of funny. We were at the TriCap Christmas party out at the sawmill, and
Right,
Jake
right.
Kern was there, who was my boss and your boss.
Yeah.
And he says, "Well, have you ever thought about becoming a recovery coach?" I said, all you got to do is ask. I'd be more than happy to do it. And so it went from there.
Pretty much, yeah.
He just opened up a door for me, and
Right.
good things happen when you do the next right thing.
Right. So you saying at this moment, because I believe everything have a purpose behind it.
Yes,
You believe that was your purpose?
absolutely. I just got my calling from my higher power.
Okay.
He put me in this position to help people that need my help.
Right, right. It make you feel good, don't it?
It does.
You know, because people ask about you. You know, so, is Scott here today?
Yeah.
Is he doing this group? You know, and one thing about
And I think, you know what's really cool?
what?
I
What's
think it's
really
cool when you walk into the dorm and everybody comes up and fist bumps you.
Right, right. I think that's really cool.
So you must be doing something right, you know, if
Right.
everybody wants to fist bump you.
Right, right. Yeah. And that make you feel like you need it,
Yes.
you want it, that your presence is appreciated.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very much.
Hey, man. To the viewers out there, if you got any questions, any comments for Scott or myself, please put it down there in the comment section. And if you need any type of resources, you need any type of direction towards finding a sponsor as you move forward in your recovery, please feel free to reach out to Scott. He can lead you in the right direction. He can help you obtain a sponsor.
Meeting lists, anything you guys
Yeah.
need, more than happy to help out if I can help.
Right, right. That's what we're here for, to assist you in your recovery and to lead you in the right direction in the recovery community. Because it is a big community that we're involved in.
Yeah. And remember, God loves you.
And so do we in a minute.